Hi everyone. I'll give you guys a few minutes to hop into our first live video chat of Kevin McCormick for President. So we were here today. We scheduled this event for everyone to find out more about why the recent encryption bill, the Hillary Clinton email security and email server scandal, and FBI case are so important, and why we are actually missing some of the most important details in our country, and why these should be things that we should be more focused on and have our Congress and executive office truly understand these issues. So to start, been a lot of questions about who I am, my background, and more specifically today, why I should have any experience or reason to be able to talk about these topics. So a little about myself. I'm Kevin McCormick, and I have spent over 20 years in the technology industry securing data and privacy of Americans through various jobs, from a network security consultant to I created some of the first iPhone applications in my first company in 2008. Helped build one of the leading cloud security platforms for mobile devices. And for the last 5 years, I have worked in the mobile security space, securing data for enterprises around the world, and why we should care more about them. So let's start with the Hillary Clinton email server as an example. Her email server, let's pretend an example we all understand, Fort Knox. We all are aware of what Fort Knox is. It supposedly has, gold reserves located there. Let's, for the purpose of this story, pretend that Hillary Clinton wanted to have access to all the gold in Fort Knox whenever she wanted, whenever she pleased, and didn't want to go through any of the security checks that the government had put in place. Of course, the answer to this would be no, you can't have access to all the gold in Fort Knox whenever you want. This is very similar, great analogy to exactly what happened with Hillary Clinton's email server. She had a request to use unsecured, unapproved devices to handle top secret and classified information. She was told, no, you can't use those devices. You'll have to use our approved devices and our approved systems. So now you can see that they have very similar issues here of the email server and our Fort Knox example. So let's go back to Fort Knox. Under this example, let's pretend that Hillary Clinton was told, no, you can't have access to the gold in Fort Knox. Her solution, and what she did with her email server, was she said, I disagree. I don't think that level of security is necessary. And she took all the gold out of Fort Knox, put it in a shack down by the river, and secured it with a sign that said, don't look here. That is basically, to sum it up, exactly what she did with her email server, that she basically got a glorified used car salesman to set up for her, and ran her own email, all of her top secret documents and classified information through an email server that was not secure, and let this data pass freely. Some of the facts and things that get sent out there today is we hear that, well, we're not aware of any security breaches or any leaks that occurred. Let me tell you that when hackers and people who want access to top secret information find out there's a server out there with information on it free for them to view and take hold of, they don't send you a message saying, hey, we know about your email server. They sit there and collect this data until that email server or that security hole is patched. So we as a country actually have no idea who may now have access to every email that Hillary Clinton sent, all that top secret information, and removed it. And what should really be scaring us is we hear our politicians tell us all the time that they're going to surround themselves with smart people and the best minds in the world, and they're going to listen to them, and that's going to drive their policies. This is a clear example, as is many examples in our life, of when the people in charge didn't like what they heard. And so their solution was to ignore the best and brightest minds in the industry and do things their way. Which then takes us into the issue we're dealing with today and the problem with